Hello, everybody. Welcome back to more Nanyang American qualifier action. We're getting down to the wire now as we watch Shazam versus FDL. I'll bring up the bracket. This one is not totally updated, but you can get an idea of where we are. So, currently down there in about the lower bracket final, you see Shazam. Well, we witnessed earlier today FDL best Team Freedom, so now they've secured their spot against Shazam, and they've actually already taken game number 1 of this best of 3. And as you can see, waiting for them in the grand final, the greatest American team of all, Digital Chaos, for a best of 5 matchup. KotLGuy, I got Grant joining me. GrandGrant, of course, the one and only, as my co-caster. Grant, do you think that there's going to be any team out there that can beat the mighty Digital Chaos?
Looking at it right now, man, I want to say yeah, but I mean, I'm not an optimist. They're pretty smoking hot, and I don't. Well, looks they are too. Misery is a very good-looking dude, but they like their games of like the last time we saw them lose was Shazam 2-1 in the winners final, and then I mean we saw DC just put it together like, oh, we ban Elder Titan and Enchantress all 3 games and win, but it's crazy. I mean, was it another Suns fan inside job taking SVG off Shazam? Because maybe, if people didn't know, Shazam actually has knocked out DC in the only tournament they couldn't qualify for, I believe it was ESL, the Frankfurt qualifiers, and Shazam beat DC 2-1. That was the first time they played. But since then, DC's looked, they've looked on almost Cole and EG's level. They are very high up there.
Yeah,
I just rambled on for a while, huh?
We'll have to see. No, it's a lot of valuable information, because the thing is, but we're also going to be witnessing a somewhat newer Shazam lineup, and as you mentioned, without SVG, you know, they have Mad, and we were questioning in the last game like how their play styles match up with each other and with the rest of the team. We did see him get pretty mobile with the Enchantress, but outside of that, wasn't any sort of big game changer for the team. You know, might have done her job, but we didn't really get to see her take off in the late game at all and really help with much else. So, you know, I don't mean to put Matt under any sort of, you know, magnifying glass at that moment, but, you know, we'll have to wait to see what his synergy is going to be with the rest of his team, too.
Yeah, I just, now that I look back at it, FDL's draft, I mean, you can obviously look back, oh, FDL won a better draft, but you look, they got away with having the greedy Beastmaster. So they had 4, not super late game heroes, but 4 heroes who super excel at like the 30-minute mark. And that's when they just started doing stuff, taking the tier 2s and taking like these little skirts. There wasn't even a full-fledged team fight until that very last fight bottom. That's how, and that's exactly what FDL wants with a Beastmaster. You want to get one pick up with the Roar. Just take a tier 2 tower with and back out. And there we go. They love that hero. MJW can play it in the off lane. Don't see it much anymore. It's been more of just Franz playing that hero.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why they would not go for the Beastmaster. It seems like when it's available, they'll just go for it. And if it does get banned out, they'll try to find a way to creep in something like the Doom right there, or an Axe at some point. But Shazam will respond right away. It feels like they already had, you know, plotted out this situation that with their bans, getting rid of the Nature's Prophet, and now respecting Bisa and his lifestealer, they were just going to expect the Beastmaster to be picked out, and they're like, if they do that, we're going to get Doom Enchantress, and that's all they do.
So, and that's interesting, because obviously now you know Doom's not going to be the jungle hero. He kind of is put into the off-lane role already, which gives away a little bit of their strat with the Enchantress having to go to the jungle. But Doom is just, he's one heck of a hero, that's for sure.
Yeah, his ridiculous roaming potential, his ridiculous Infernal Blade, and of course his always, you know, wonderful ability to just take any hero out of the fight at any moment really makes him just a game changer. So I'm always more surprised when Doom is not in the meta. It feels like one of those kind of heroes that's just always going to be relevant.
His ult's always good. Yeah. Even if his other 3 skills suck, his ult is just, it's a game changer. But I mean, I guess if your ult's the only good thing, then yeah, you're probably bad. But yeah, we saw, I was watching, Stan King played the Witch Doctor, and his ults never got canceled versus Team Freedom. Was that game 1 or 2?
I think it was
2. 2, yeah, and it was fun. If people don't know Stan King, Stan King is actually, like other pro players, he was just a hero spammer. He was that Sand King spammer. Yeah. Yep, the Sand King spammer for like 2,000 games. I believe, it was funny, we talked about this. I played in his first pro game. Narvi 2, they were missing 2 players. They're like, we need somebody, and so they invite Snake King invites Stan King, and Korok invites me. We end up winning the match 2-0 somehow. I have zero clue. It was my first time ever playing Elder Titan, and we end up winning. I got to meet Stan King, and I was like, hearing him in Skype or whatever he was just super calm, and I think that's FDL's whole motto. They're just. You look at their lineup, like, MJW's been around forever, not known as a rage or nothing. Yeah. Visa, maybe. I recall reading some stuff on Liquid Dota in the UK scene. He likes flaming local talent in Europe. That's Europe, though. The biggest flamers in the world, right? And then, I mean, CCNC, cool, calm, collected. He does stream. People should check him out. I think he averages like 70 viewers. He deserves
Is he
more.
old enough to stream? I don't know. I think they have a policy.
I don't think I think his mom, he told me, his mom signed something. He was allowed to. He is not. Yeah, he had to get signed. It's crazy. And Franz, probably the least known even, he was known as a Merlini stacker like a year ago. Just like FNC was for a bit. Like, that's the guy who plays Juggernaut. Franz was a Merlini stacker for a bit, and guess he met some people, and people always talk about it. Hey, why aren't there new people ever on the scene? I mean, we have FDL here. We have Dragneil. They've been bringing like Elmo, Boris. The NA scene's actually seemingly brought on more new talent.
There's no more NEL. And the other version of NEL now is not really anything.
Yeah.
So is it just pub play and circles, I guess?
Exactly. And that other guy, Elmo, I was talking about, who's on the Ritsu deck, he's another hero spammer, the Oracle spammer.
There's an Oracle spammer?
Yeah, Elmo. He just had a picture of Elmo spammed at like 900 games in the last like 6 months. Yeah, it's crazy, and these people are getting on the teams just like Admiral Bulldog. Well, he's a one-trick pony, and then he won a TI, and people realize you can spam one hero, but you can still be good at others. You just hide in your strategies.
Yeah. Well, it's working for him for now. I've yet to see Stan King even pick up his precious Sand King yet.
I haven't in a long time.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice to always have that as a weapon, maybe, just in case it needs to come out. But with where the game currently is and where his position is and what he needs to play, it hasn't really lined up at the moment. But his Witch Doctor has been pretty damn solid, as mentioned before. And, well, Shazam, pretty familiar third pickup here. They're going to be going for the Venge. It was a tricky game for Jason. He found some respectable swaps, but other times it felt like a lot was on his back because, just with the draft they had ended up, putting them together for themselves. It was a lot on the Venge to kind of get things started and set up and being the one person to save. So hopefully there's more cohesion, if you will, amongst the team.
Yeah, exactly. And Jason, I remember, because I was looking at the net worth, he had 1.5K at 30 minutes, and I'm like, oh, he is one of the big proponents of the PPD5 role. He never has items.
Yeah. Yeah, the 6, the 7, the 8 roll, whatever you want to call it.
Yep, and wow, I already like FDL's line. They just have push. They have so much push that it's the 20-minute they have that. If they win the early game and they just start pushing tier 2s at 20 minutes in, DK Beastmaster, that's all you need. Like the next 2 heroes, they could pick non-pushing stuff, and they're still able to push with those.
What do you think though about the Timber grab? I mean, you were
good
saying,
versus DK.
Yeah. It's versus DK, and you're talking about Hefty Push. That is going to be coming out, and Timber Size pretty good at being able to out-spam and prevent Hefty Push from coming in.
Might be a mid Timber Saw, I just realized. I think it is.
Brax can play it too, though, right?
Yeah, he can, but then how do you lane Doom and Enchantress? Are you safe laning the Doom?
Oh, you're right.
I think this, in MSS he's had, I think it is. This is the 2013 callback, the 2004. Oh, man. I really think it might be.
So Timber versus DK. That's
not the worst. It's not terrible for either one.
Yeah.
But definitely not terrible for Timber.
FDL already have a Witch Doctor. They could get something else if they see this too, and they're like, well, maybe we should have someone buy the DK, or maybe someone should be there to give Timber a hard time.
Wow, there we go. The Franz Phoenix. He has played this hero. I think more games I've seen. He loves Phoenix. And
do you think Franz is going to play the Phoenix and not the Beastmaster?
Yeah, I think it's going to be an off-lane Beastmaster this time.
Wow, okay. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
That's
why I have you here. I would not have known that. I don't know.
Franz?
Franz? Okay.
Franz. Yeah, I'm assuming it's French. I don't know.
I thought it was like,
Franz.
I was saying with Ma, I thought it's like the Fawns, but it's the Franz.
the Fawns? The Franz? The French Fawns?
He's the Franz. He's got the Phoenix. I don't know. That's what I assumed. But it's a good grab. Of the lineup of Shazam, really only maybe an Enchantress would be able to do some work on the egg, maybe Venge, but for their cores, like, it might be...
Doom and Timber are not good against Phoenix. They're actually really bad. I mean, obviously the Sunray is percentage-based kills them. They can't attack the egg. This is... This is different than last game. I really like FDL's draft, and of course FDL, they'll probably end up losing this one. I'm like, well, damn it, that's on your guys' play, not on my guessing, but it's whatever.
Yeah, well, that's fine with me. I thought Shazam had a really good,
I
solid draft in
it.
game 1, and then you see when they only have like the one stun.
Yeah.
Both teams like the no stuns. You're kind of like, oh,
exactly.
this is weird. It just happens. I'm sure it happens with the drafters too. I know it's something like Swindle likes to talk about a lot. Aside from just liking to talk a lot, but a lot of the captains are like, they think about these situations like 3-4 steps ahead of time, and then they put it all together, and then whether it's once they put it into motion, they're like, wait a minute, we're missing an initiator, or we're missing stun, or we're missing this, or the other team picks up that crazy 5th pick, and you're like, oh, we don't have a way to deal with the brood. It just happens,
It really does. I think the funnest was, so it was at the Manila hub, and Maud had to cast an extra SEA game, so OD Pixel volunteered to do an American game with me. And there's the funniest thing, that the game he picked was the first pick Kunkka Tinker game.
Oh no.
And OD Pixel pretty
Welcome
much
to
hates
American
Dota.
Dota.
Yep. Welcome to Juby. Welcome to the Juby Sunbee Dota. And they lost. He's like, I hate American Dota. I'm like, I just laughed. And then Winter got to cast a game. He got to watch BSJ's Naix pick up a 3rd item Octarine Core. He was not impressed with it.
American putting their best foot forward when we try to like impress these new casters and new, it's like, come on over and check out American Dota and what we got over here.
I just laughed. I was just laughing the whole time. Winter's like, I can't deal with this. This isn't Dota.
Well, in defense, what was it? Purge and I were casting some C Dota, and oh god, I can't think of it now, but it was like the CK ended up, you were there kind of watching on the side, like the CK ended up not putting together the S Sange and Yasha. He actually locked the Yasha on the outside as if he was waiting to get a Manta, but a fight came and it's like he still never put the Sange and Yasha together, even though you can disassemble it. It happens to everybody, but yeah.
Wow.
It has its good times.
So Slark and Drow. Slark, a super good counter to Phoenix. Obviously, he can Dark Pact off the Fiery Souls. And really good versus Drow. I mean, just jump in on Drow, just put in a lot of work. I like the Slark pick. I also like Drow, but I think Slark actually saved the draft versus FDL a little.
Yeah, the Drow definitely says that they're going to be playing with the clock, and they're definitely going to be more go, go, go than what we saw in the last game, I would imagine.
Shazam can't... I mean, I don't want to say either team can't lose their lanes, but if Shazam loses the early game, they lose at 20 minutes. I think that's packed. If Shazam wins the early game, they can try to build on it, but they just have to try to take this late. They can't lose their lanes. I think that's the biggest thing.
Got to give a lot of respect to CC at the start. The good luck, have fun with the spell out of everyone. This is a young model who should really, all the other veterans should really take note. And then you got stuff like this.
Thanks, FDL. Thanks, Biza.
Make safe lane safe again.
Yeah. Do you see the ward again? The classic ward. FDL does it every game, man. Literally every game. And look they just saw Brax ward. Because of it.
Worth.
Oh my goodness, they can counter it now.
Goodness.
Do they have sentries? Stan King does. Wow, that's such a good ward.
The game's over at this point.
When they get up there,
they get that ward. It's 100 gold now. I mean, it's over.
Ooh, and that's the new DK set, I believe, from the new stuff, isn't it?
Is it? They all look No.
This one looks kind of cool. No, I actually like this one. Here we go. Sentry it. Yeah. Oh, and do you see Orange is actually pinging out where their ward isn't at? This could be bad. This could be a double miss for. I don't really know what's going on.
They're giving it to the Drow, maybe. They put it up there, but they didn't get it yet. Stan King has to walk his ass all the way up there to give him vision. And now they're like, Drow, please take it. Nope, never mind. I guess they'll give it to Franz.
Franz will take it.
Franz, the mighty Franz will take it. He'll take it back to his jukebox, back to his lane, and he'll get back into the groove. And Brax is, obviously going to be a little irritated here.
Yeah, and we see that ward just... Oh, and Blue pings out. He's like, all right, that son of a gun.
Got me.
Got me. Yep.
Got me.
And he blocks his own... I think he actually... Or does that sentry block the thing? Or did he just block his own camp?
Well, we can hit the alt button and check, and indeed, it's inside the box there, Grant. That sentry blocks the camp.
Wow. That is a great sentry.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. Thanks, technology. Yeah, they're adding stuff to the viewer stuff, but yeah, it is. Like we said, it actually is going to be the Timber middle.
This is great.
Welcome back.
We know MSS, fantastic Timber player. We will caster curse him probably now, though, but He's got a tricky matchup now when they're going to be a bit down on that side vision. If there are going to be any sort of incoming rotations. But if there are to be any, it'd probably be more from the side of Shazam here with their dual jungling strat that they're now rolling out with.
And there we go. There's North American Donut that I came to love.
Spiking.
A pause every game. And it's the exact same reason as last game. I think the exact same time, too. MJW spiking early in.
Okay, in your opinion, and this could be, you know, your own tinfoil hat theory craft opinion, or maybe a valid opinion based on, you know, you having the inside scoops. How many pauses do you think are actually genuine? Maybe by percentage, do you think? How many percentage of pauses do you think are actually genuine? Do you think, oh, no, most pauses are actually all genuine? Or do you think there's some where they're like, spiking, a.k.a. shit in my pants, gotta go. Or I need a moment, my boy's at the door.
I'd say it's actually 50-50, which is pretty low for honesty, but that's live. It was even better when NEL was around, because you knew every pause was disingenuous.
Oh, Hot Pocket's done.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Or you just get a kill on Bulba. Oh, pausing, I'm lagging a little bit, and then Bulba just leaves the game.
Can we just clarify that kill actually happened real quick?
Oh, middle lane, MSS
rotation in, the coconut, auto attack
that
the salve. Helps keep him up. Whoa.
Wow. That hurts. Oh, look at the Brax is like, well, here you can have my potion.
Yeah, I guess I'm not. He's already getting nothing in his lane, nothing in the camp. Why not just take his salve too? And him and Mad are gonna fight it over in the jungle.
Yep, that's fine. At least Brax already has a crit creep. I don't know if you want the crit creep this early though. Like, it's obviously the best when you can get late game, but like the Satyr 6 HP aura, amazing.
Oh, for sure.
Certainly, yeah. But here we go. They're level 1 gank. I mean, level 2, sorry. The smoke gank, are they going to go for middle? And that's the thing, DK and Timber are both exposed until, I'd say, Timber needs level 3 Timber chain at level 5 in middle lane. I think that's the difference, but he's already not going to have it because he put 2 in Whirling Death.
Uh-oh. I think MJW might be in trouble here.
Uh-oh, Walt, get out of there.
Shoutouts to Walt, and, you know, from the grave, as he steps in. Infernal Blade, it's a 4-man gank jump, and they will definitely get their kill.
Yeah, they'll take that, man. TC even he came from downtown with that level 1 leap. That's what I mean, if TC gets farmed, like if they don't lose their lanes and TC gets farmed, Drow just gets destroyed by Slark. DK, I mean, he has a lot of armor, it just means you're giving him more essence shift stacks.
That's true. Yeah.
And you just Dark Pact off, and you kill that Phoenix so quick with Dark Pact and stacks of essence. You're hitting so fast.
Look at the matchup here as far as CS goes. 14-5 for MSS, while the DK at 11-0, and the DK continues to get hit pretty hard here. Does have his bottle though, and will be able to kind of charge his way back up into the resource department. Drow though head of CS 20-9, and yeah, I don't wager anything too fishy as far as the way they're going to look to build her up and play their game. I mean, things seem pretty cut and dry for what FDL want to do. It's a matter of the way Shazam have kind of, you know, played this game out, if they're going to be able to shake it up.
Yep, and MJW actually farming less good than the 4-position Beastmaster of last game. He was forced bottom to try to do some. Now he's just in a jungle. He's like, no, I'm done with that.
And he has axes too. He's not bare knuckle brawling like the last Beastmaster. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, there it is.
But while I'm giggling about that, yeah, the DK does go down. So MSS able to kind of stride on forward with the assistance from Mad, and will be able to pick up a DD as well. Bottom lane, Pounce grab on the Franz, but he's got the Icarus dive, makes it away, but they get the follow-up magic missile here. Scorched Earth comes out, and they're going to slowly try to burn down the bird, but she does get a salve off. Still running. Brax still wants it. Gets close enough. Gets the kill.
Bottom tower is under attack.
And there we go. Like we said, Shazam just can't lose their lanes, and they're dominating the lanes besides B's at top. And he gets it on Sand King.
But the rotation will come. A coconut bounces back to TC, and they get that kill. A good response from FDL, and a very fortunate bounce right there. And they're going to get Jason too.
Oh, Franz is... Come on, you can do it, dude.
Slowest moving Ray ever. Doesn't matter. They'll dive on in. They'll do what they have to. And Stand King with the double kill on his Witch Doctor.
I'm not sure Shazam wanted to dive in tier 2 when the guy you just killed is already back alive because he's level 2.
Yeah.
And they just TP in. That's it. That was a 400 gold kill at 4 minutes in. For Stand King gets both of them. He's rolling in the money now.
Yeah, I wonder what he's going to spend on. Probably some serious
look at that.
Boom. wards.
He got everything.
Various support components that you always have to get every game, but hey, he gets them a bit sooner, I guess is the nice thing.
Oh, wow. Miss middle. That one was on me, too. They're bullying CCNC right now.
They really are. MSS not afraid to make that kind of a pounce, and doesn't even have a lot to really show for it. I mean, he's doing this without even his arcane boots yet. Can't afford them now, but we'll probably just finish out the wave while he's got it here, and then get back into the grind. With 2 kills already, though, this is a very hot start for him.
Yeah, it is. They just have to worry about Biza, but I mean, if only the Drow Ranger's farming and the rest of Shazam's farming, they're not too scared of Biza. They know they have ways to deal with her. Him, her, you know, hero person, whatever.
It's okay. I know his Purge does that too.
Yeah, you switch on from player to that. Oh, no, nothing going on.
MSS trying to get that 6-minute rune, but it looks like he will be able to get it. No.
No, looks they got denied. I guess by
yeah, I was like, no one grabbed it, and it's not in the bottle. So well,
we're gonna assume. It'd be funny if MSS denied his own rune on accident. He just got too excited. Yeah, this tower got pushed down so quick. Top.
Very low. Power of the Drow here.
And I think when Beastmaster gets 6, it's coming out soon. I think he's gonna go to the Drow's lane. Maybe they're gonna not push top until Beastmaster gets 6. He'll just TP up there. They'll kill the one hero trying to defend and get a free tier 1. It seems to be. That's a pretty normal thing.
TC able to pack it off a bit. We'll pounce away. Trying to keep tabs on both sides here, but.
Oh, and a smoke from Jason and effing Mad.
Yeah, as they make their way towards the middle here. This is where Stan King will step in. There's the coconut, the silence. Now they're looking to hit him up with the right click, but they will not bother jumping into the woods right there. I don't know if Brax has the levels for it, but it does make his way to the juking territory, and that will be the end of it. Ball mid lane. Here comes that rotation you were talking about. Lead in, magic missile. Try to get close enough for the stop. They'll get it. CC goes down again. It's 3 straight kills onto him, and well, MSS now on a killing spree after getting that pick off.
Yeah, he's having a great, like, if he might have another one of those 40k net worth games. He is farming well, farming heroes well. Still just has to be, Biza could just one silence him, and then they just kill the Timber. She puts out enough damage, but we'll see. I think Biza still just wants to farm. When your team's losing 5-2 and you're the only one winning your lane, you kind of feel like, oh, I'm just going to keep farming. I'm going to try to 1v5 the game when maybe you should actually help out. Even as a one here, you see in pubs, even pro games, like, the one position, if they're down, they're like, oh, I got to farm more then. If we just keep getting farther down, I need to farm more. And sometimes they need your body, not your gold. I guess that's like a prostitute saying too, but...
I don't know what kind of body Drow is going to be able to offer, though it's a very nice-looking body.
True, yes.
I just don't know in a fight. It's not like, oh, a gyrocopter. I'm just going to roll in, bring down the call down.
Oh, yeah.
It's all good. For Drow, it's, you know...
Yeah. It would have to be like a perfect... So you don't get stunned, you have to have a perfect silence and then just right-click, but... Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Oh, and the stun up on MS set? Nope, didn't get it.
They can't get close enough. He's hustling away, but they're committed for it. They'll get the slow. Eventually, the Dragon Tail, they kind of stack up their stuns there a bit. And with that armor coming out, MSS is like, I might just be able to turn and fight. Gets off a huge chakram. CC goes down. He gets locked with the stun under the tower, and he will get dropped. A bad gank here. Hey, look, Drow throwing her body into the fight, but it's just for the silence.
Yeah, and now we're seeing the power of Timber. So he just can't die. Like, early game, he cannot die.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And, well, that's exactly what we said. We said we knew what FD.
Don't die.
I'm dying, sorry.
Don't die. No, you were probably going to say, we know how FDL had a kind of game plan in motion. They had to play against the clock of the Drow Ranger, get the pushes going. You know, probably be taking all the tier 1s, you know, by this point, or at least start pressuring the tier 1s a bit harder. But we're seeing tier 1s go down for the side of Shazam. And if they're winning now, they got to be feeling really good.
Yeah, they do, because TC, he's getting his farm. Went the Bass, he treads. He's going to get that Shadow Blade by like 13, 14 minutes. MSS has an insane amount of farm. It's just going to be rough. CCNC has died 4 times now.
Yeah, uncharacteristic game for him. Do you think it's just all that pressure that came onto him at the start? Is it the unfamiliar matchup or the hard matchup going against Timbersaw? Is it... I haven't been able to follow him a lot. Is maybe Dragon Knight not one of his forefront heroes?
Oh, he loves Dragon Knight. I think it was a matchup thing mixed with... maybe after last game, he's like, oh, fucking Mad plays the Enchantress a little safer than SVG does, but I mean, this is just a better game. Like, you're not going to be able to gank that quap.
Yeah.
And maybe you didn't know that, but I mean, a DK, what are you going to do? You can't get out of anything. It's just rough, and like, yeah, that's pretty much it. Maybe he thought Stan King was going to defend him a little more. We haven't seen Stan King, like, dual laning with the CK at all. Probably because I mean, they know they're not going to kill Timber, but it would have been nice to have him there defending you.
Yeah, he was kind of filling the void for a bit. It felt like in the bottom lane after MJW was getting bullied out from it, and then he kind of made some appearances towards the top lane a bit, but you're right. It wasn't really there defensively for mid, but we're trying to find other opportunities in other lanes that really never came to be, so that ends up being a bit of a problem. And now we'll see Shazam easily be able to push on forward. They even have the catapult on their side, a Satyr creep for the regen, and this tier 1 will be going down. Grant, I don't think they glyphed. Was that a glyph available and they didn't use it? I think
there was a glyph available, not used.
I'm sorry, you had to see that.
On MSS. Oh man. Yeah, this is gonna be the Timbersaw again. This is MSS Hero, and he plays it insanely. I'm actually scared. He gets so many kills. Like I said last time, we saw 42 Bloodstone charges. I've never seen it that high before.
Let's see if he can beat it this time. Still has to work his way, already has the point booster for now, but a good chunk of gold saved up for the rest of that Bloodstone here. FDL were able to at least take down that tier 1 in the bottom lane in the meantime to get at least a little bit something going their way. I mean, Drow is still the highest net worth in the game for their favor here. She has the Dragon Lance and a Morbid Mask for now, but not really in any sort of
tier 2 top
pushing shape. In fact, yeah, they get the tier 2 after that tier 1. This is a lot of gold for Shazam.
And Brax needed that. I mean, we saw him. He had a slow start. Even with that first blood bottom, it was shared with 4 people and didn't have his own salve. And now we've seen this. Okay, I don't know if it's an NA special. You see the casual buckler on Doom, and then you see next item Veil. It's just a buckler and a Veil, or it's a Crimson Guard. But we see a lot of bucklers and a straight Veil on Doom. Haven't seen what TC's getting yet. They have the new courier too? Okay. I don't like it.
Yeah, they have a low level of it too, so...
Yeah, no, it reminds me of that super annoying girl. You've played Ocarina of Time, right?
You know what? I never really played it through.
Okay, well, people who know, she reminds me of that girl who gets eaten by the, like, giant whale person, and she's super annoying. It's like it's a quest, you have to help her, but she just sits down, you have to pick her up and throw her around. God, I hate her. Oh, middle lane, Brax.
They're trying to throw around Brax a bit. They lead him with the Roar, and they're going to be successful in the takedown of the Doom. Nice little nod for FDL. It will cost them the Roar to do so, so if Shazam want to have a follow-up fight here, they will not have to worry about the Roar. Phoenix Egg is available, though. Still only level 1. And, well, TC's making his move. Oh, man, he just crushes Stan King with one mighty blow. We'll be able to clean him up, and, well, MSS will actually get the last hit in with that chakram and quickly jumps out from trouble. They'll split the kills 1-1 apiece, but here comes CC. Jumps in, nice Dragon Tail round to MSS with the egg on top. TC wants to go for the egg, now changes targets, goes back for the egg, now has to pounce away. Does get hit up from the stun. After MSS does go down, they look to pull off here. CC was doomed up. And it looks like they might be able to get a hold of Drow here. With the pounce connecting, she has really no way to make it out from trouble. Well, as they say that, though, she's hustling out. Mad's going to meet her, though, and one more Javelin? One more? Yeah, they got her. Swap back
Oh, now
Jason.
Franz in troll, too.
Yeah. Franz is not going to be able to make it away. Good swap setup there from Jason. And it started pretty solid there for FDL once they were able to get MSS, but on the way out, they lose their Drow, they lose their Phoenix, and remember, they lost Stan King right at the start of everything.
Yeah, that was, like you said, it was a 1-for-1 trade, but they killed MSS for 600 gold. They tried to back out. How'd Biza get over there? I didn't even see. I thought they all just ran back down middle, but Biza, I guess, took the long route.
Yeah, just the Drow just suddenly showed up.
Halfway down the river, oh, you're dead. And it looked like Phoenix was giving a chance to maybe save her, but ended up falling.
This feels like it's very off course from what FDL want to actually be doing this game, when it's kind of a game where you're hoping to kind of be more stampeding through these lanes and just kind of pushing together. They do have respectable team fight, but it really hasn't shown too much potential this game, at least pales in comparison to what Shazam have at this moment. So Shazam can continue to play this farm game and just kind of work around these fights the way they have been, and the game might just continue to get easier for him. But here's MDW back with a Roar ready to go. Mid lane they try to smoke, but Mad's in a good position in the lane and will not be spotted out.
Yeah, Yeah, and there's the Bloodstone on Timber, and it is a Crimson Guard for Brax in about 150 gold here. So they're going to have a lot of push. Now, Doom just clicks Crimson Guard, they run out of tier 2, and the Drow's only hitting you for like 50 with that Crimson Guard, so...
Yep.
So that was a good build. I don't know why I even thought it would be Veil. Classic me.
There they go, smoking on through. MJW might be in the wrong neck of the woods.
Or CCNC.
And he's gone. Meanwhile, CCNC, he gets swapped back as mentioned, doomed up and dead. Boom! Mighty long KS there from Mad. We'll get it done.
And look at his items. Dragon Lance, more than half an Aghanims at 15 minutes already. He is having a much better game now.
Huge
they all are. I guess they all are. They're all having much
just
better.
Wonderful
they just won
showing
lanes.
from Shazam this go around.
Yeah, this is what they need to do, and it's just showing like just laning phase is still important. You see a lot of people, well, rubber band mechanics here and there, but the game, I mean, it's still pretty much depending on the team. Yeah, you know people exactly.
That's
the
exactly
grumpy
how
old
they
man.
sound too.
That's how I assume Reddit sounds, yeah.
It's a rubber band.
As they drool on themselves off their beard.
The neck beard. So we'll see now as FDL stuck in this peculiar position. Now with towers going down on their side, when they should be the ones really trying to push the envelope, they are just reaching for these smoke opportunities here. They still have one smoke waiting in the shop if that's what they want to go for. But the other plan is that they do have great Roche potential here. But the problem is being able to get it in and get it done without Shazam really being the wiser.
Oh, and look at the Satyr.
That Brax vacuum from last game, they're pretty good at being able to touch base with the Roche here. So.
And they are rotating all there. Oh, look at MSS could just blow Stand King up. Oh god. Look at Jason, already has a 4-stab. This is the most farm he's had in a long time.
TC made the jump for Franz. They actually take TC down quick because CC's right there waiting. Gets the Dragon Tail off. They followed up with a nicely timed and stacked Primal Roar. Slark's out. That's an opening now for them to just get the Roche. Will they get it for free though? I don't think so.
It doesn't look like it, but yeah, I mean he can just leave that chakram there and it's not really hitting anything right now. Oh, it's going to do a lot of damage.
Got that book, though. 150 gold in the pocket. Alyssa steps back here. Brax pops the Crimson as he just gets that freaking Ray, man.
God, jeez.
Through.
They're still trying to take this. This is nervous. They're taking a little bit slower, but here we go.
TC's back in 8 seconds. New Chakram's going to be out. Drow Ranger's going to pick it up. It does go down to the Dire. Doom goes off. It's going to be on the Stand King. He already had low mana. And now Matt caught up, slowed up. Ray going to burn on through, and Venison is going to be cooked. And now with it being a 2-for-1 trade, MSS got that tree right in front of him, but he's just going to reposition here. Looks like Shazam are going to look to make the most out of TC being in the fight. Nice, Gust. Will force him back and silenced, and that is enough to just say stop right there.
And that was almost the perfect fight from CCNC, but I mean from FDL, but CCNC, the Chakram was on him, and definitely that. I guess that's one counter to Armlet toggling, just having a Chakram sitting in the Roche pit where you just can't get out. And he couldn't. He tried. Yeah, he just died.
Middle tower is under attack.
So it worked nice to kind of throw it out there, but it didn't stop them from getting it, and they still hold that Aegis too. So that is
exactly
good boost for FDL now. I'm just curious to see what they're going to do with it. They're obviously going to have to wait a minute to get these cooldowns back in order. Phoenix does have level 11 now, so the egg is a bit tougher. And we also have level 11 on our Beastmaster, so the Roar a bit mightier. And,
yeah, but I like the Ice Ogre pickup from Hell of the Dominator for Bees. Look at, she is sitting at, like, my math is very poor, 26? 36? 36.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Sure. Oh, middle lane, I thought someone was getting ganked. I was just trying to make people ignore my math. Middle lane tower goes down. Oh my goodness, what a tower that was taken.
That is a great trick. Sometimes you ramble off and you're like, and you know the lore of the Dragon Knight and when they first met, and
he has a lot of armor. Yeah, and she,
mid lane, there's a fight breaking out. We'll have to hold that thought as
wow,
here they go for Bisa, and it's good ice armor, but not enough to really repel that off. But Brax eating a bit of damage here. There's a jump in, and they're going to be committing the egg for this one. Stanking's Death Ward also goes full duration, but not going to be able to hit a lot of targets here. Good positioning from Shazam as they step back and avoid the events. But my God, TC gets burnt up like holy hell, and now MSS will be the next target here. Jesus Christ, both of them hit the deck fast. MSS will be back in just 4 seconds because of the charges, but Grant, FDL, whoa.
Yeah. So they did what we said, minus the winning their lanes, but then they still just killed a hero and took a tier 2 tower. That's insane. I think the fact they committed a lot, okay, both teams committed a lot, and the only thing that came out of it was Biza losing an Aegis.
Yeah.
And then TC was caught in the trees and the gust before a Dark
But they got the spells now. They swap. They look to move in. Brax is waiting to get the Doom off, but he gets silenced up and stunned down. No Doom for you. Beast is on the run. Can they catch him? Brax is trying his damnness, man. This would be a huge loss if Shazam can't get anything for it. But Stan King's like, no, take me instead. And yeah, well, he does slow them down, but MSS wants more. He blinks forward. Long timber chain, man. Oh, he doesn't move forward. If he moved forward and got the ult and the burst off, it would have been enough. But he pulls off at the last moment. He's going to be hitting himself when he sees the replay there.
Yep, and that was something you don't really see from pro players much. Like you said, Stan King literally just threw himself at him, just so they had to commit a little bit of time. That like extra 2-3 seconds they committed, they couldn't pick off the drow, and that's super worth it for FDL. They just took a lot of stuff.
Yep. Only the expense of their Witch Doctor, who already had his ult committed. I think that is it's a win for them, and they will be taking their first net worth advantage of this game.
Crazy, man.
It was once a 4K, little over 4K advantage for Shazam, and it really felt like it was just their game. We were going to be seeing the 40 charge MSS Timbersaw, but man, FDL and also CC, who started 0-4-0.
0-4.
He's finding his groove in these fights, at least to kind of get things started or to be a factor. Again, can't help but find yourself applauding FDL in their play.
Yeah, and that is just perfect. And the Drow did. She started committing herself to fights early, and the Gust has killed TC twice. Like, he just hasn't been expecting the long-range silence. He's been expecting the Dark Pact off, like maybe a Stan King stun or Beastmaster Roar. And the Gust just comes out of nowhere and just... no one has that quick of a trigger finger to stop it. And he just gets... You saw him. He got, like, 4-shot by Biza.
Yeah. This is when the Drow almost pretty much hits her hardest here. She still has some time to work with. And once she gets that BKB, that is pretty much her window to go.
And that's what DK is going as well. If they both just get, I think they're gonna get that BKB by like 25 minutes. You might just see one big death push. But FDL, we've seen them. They don't commit super hard to pushes. They play it safe, and we've said it's smart. Oh, I hate the Echo Saber. I still don't like it on Slark. I never will.
Do you just not like the item in general?
I think it's super good on Slark, but it looks awkward. The stats are good though, like for a Slark, because he needs some mana. Gives him attack speed. I mean, it is good on Slark. I just hate it personally. It's a personal hatred.
It's definitely a weird item, but for some heroes, it just seems absolutely ridiculous here.
And they scan out MJW, but they don't really. It's an interesting scan.
Yeah, it doesn't give them a lot. I mean, it might actually almost. I mean, they could think that the whole team's down there, but the team's actually much closer than that. But they'll see CC in the big lane now. So yeah, that scan doesn't really get them a whole lot of valuable information at the moment.
I still remember that was my favorite, watching all the pros right when scan. The game's over.
The game's over. This isn't even Dota anymore.
Of Dota, and I'm out.
Map hacks, Valve. Really?
Oh, that was just fair. That was everyone though, not even just pros. Pretty much everyone was saying that. Scan has ruined the game, and then it's like 6-minute cooldown. It doesn't really say anything. Brax getting ganked top.
Okay. Sunray after the leap in, he goes right for the TV, but they got a sentry. They got a nice new fancy battle pass sentry for him. And a death blow from Stan King. Nice.
He's like, I'll take that. Thank you, fam.
It's like, I'm just gonna raise this tombstone for you right here.
Oh, and I don't know how many other Phoenixes you've seen, but I've seen Franz now. Twice he has gotten the Aghanims. And who does he really get? It's super good, obviously, on Witch Doctor, because it doesn't refresh his ult, but his stun, having 2 stuns is great.
Yeah.
That's actually probably the best thing he can do. Does it refresh items?
I don't think so.
If it refreshed Book 3, that'd be the thing, but just to save someone, it's like a Tusk now. You just egg, and then you can even save Biza. Who cares if all she gets back is a Gust? Like, you just saved her.
Yep. No, that's fun.
And full HP, that's
not something we get to see very often at all. where
And
most,
Franz,
would
the
just
man.
go for the, the Shivas, which, to be honest, I feel like the Shivas still could have been a nice pick. It's obviously very nice to prevent them from hitting the egg, and it could prevent the Slark from really kind of going off the rails a bit, but I do agree that Ags does offer some unique versatility that was beneficial when you got such precious cargo on your team like a Drow.
I can't believe how fun this Phoenix is. Midas, Aether Lens, and a little more than half an Ags. That is a lot of farm for a hero who can't just go jungle.
No.
He's been active, 4, 2, and 6.
Yep.
Killed all the towers.
Yep.
This is impressive play from the Frons.
Defrons here.
The Frons.
Defrons. Let's
When
see.
here's this could be a big. Oh, MSS already out of there.
Brax
Brax
not,
again.
Again, could be going down. The Roar's going to be there, able to get the Crimson Guard, and there goes the Stand King Death Ward, forcing Shazam to stay back. Doom will go out. It's on CC. He's going to be able to get the BKB off ahead of time. Goes over, repositions, and now the egg gets dropped right in the middle. TC goes down. Shazam might be in trouble here. Brax going to be next to drop, and there it goes. The egg will crack. The stun is out. 2 already go down from the side of Shazam, and Mad will get burnt apart. Not even able to get the Force Staff out to safety. FDL are back, and they take another big fight here, Grant. Way down.
Yep, and this is... Oh, luckily the creeps are pushed a little far back. Saves them a little time, but even that Crimson Guard, like, Crimson Guard's so good for Death Ward, but the fact they just had to commit the early Crimson Guard, the Death Ward, it didn't matter. The Sunray is... It's a spell, that's for sure.
It's definitely a nice spell.
Yes, and Drow didn't even use BKB that fight. Oh, boy.
Full
I did
10
not notice
seconds
that.
still to work with here, and this is when Drow just does her thing. The destruction,
Let's
the demolition.
watch this tower.
Boom, boom. Is that a tower or is that paper mache? It is just absolutely decimated, and now the Racks are in trouble, and Shazam overall in a bit trouble in this game. One more loss and they're out.
Yeah, I like this. FDL. Oh, but swap it on CC.
They're going to get him. MSS is there, tries to burst as much as possible. It will cost Jason his life, but they'll get that DK down. And for the rest of FDL, they're not quickly just retreating. It's going to force Bisa to just BKB and TP out, which will be successful, but Stand King might not be as lucky. MSS is able to make chase, and he is certainly going to be dead.
Oh, man, Timber actually ended up going the Blade Mail, so... They just need a little bit more. They need survivability or some way to hurt the Drow Ranger, which they haven't, and maybe that Blade Mail will. Like, Shazam's definitely not out of it, but you see, when one fight gets taken, they just lost a Tier 2 and a Tier 3. And just like that, in like 20 seconds.
We'll have to see if Shazam are going to be able to do anything for themselves to kind of make themselves still contenders in this one. Roche is up. So we'll see if they're going to be able to work around that. They look to be kind of heading that way, but Jason will get rid of a bird along the way. So it's something that FDL will also be aware of. So I expect both teams to kind of start migrating down to the south and try to get that Roche on their side.
It's so crazy. People, no one had a clue. Everyone knew, oh, Biza's playing on this FDL team that qualified in the NA Open qualifiers. Well, they'll get stomped into things. They end up getting top 4. It's cool, you know, they're still sticking together. They've been together for about 6 months now.
They're in a decent
They're
spot.
not a new team. Yeah, exactly. And because they played in, I believe, the ESL Frankfurt Open qualifiers. And they played, I believe, in the Shanghai Open qualifiers. I mean, they didn't do too hot. But hey, what do you know? If you lose a tournament, you don't just disband, get rid of players and whatnot. Stick around, see what you can do.
I mean, they have definitely, at least in my opinion, I'm not one to put these invites together, but I would definitely say that this team is no longer an open qualifier kind of a team. This is a team that should be invited to at least the qualifiers. You know?
Oh, and this is a smoke versus smoke.
This wraparound play, though, oh man,
this is good for Shazam.
Yeah, Shazam are in a wonderful position right here. They make their jump for Fawns, and they will take him out. Oh, they get the egg off just in time. Just in time. That's an Ag's egg too. Can they crack it? They can. That kills both of them. So 2 go down from FDL. Stand King could be next, but he's able to glimmer and hop on the back of a TP to get out of there. CC, who already popped his dragon form, just hustles the hell out of there. They'll lose 2, which is not a lot, but this will allow Shazam now to sweep into the pit. Wonderful wraparound from them, and they just had a great position for the fight.
Yeah, exactly. They came from behind the old TI2 complexity wraparound, and the fact that we saw the... What's his name? Who's the flying guy? Phoenix. Sorry, it just blew my mind. Phoenix he used all his little spirits, and they waited until his spirits were gone, and then they just initiated the fight, so he had no chance of getting him off, and that egg drops pretty fast when no one has slowed attack speed.
Yep.
That was just good. That was good captaining by Brax.
Yeah, first down, bad fight for FDL, really. And all credit to Shazam on finding that good positioning here. So FDL might need to pump the brakes a little bit, but their lineup can't really afford to put on the brakes at any moment in this game. They need to continue to kind of be moving forward. So I wonder if the Aegis is going to be, forcing him to kind of step off a bit, or to continue to make the pressure happen.
Yeah, and they know they can blow up Slark reasonably quick, even with, because he doesn't have that big of items. Of course, the new Silver Edge, having an ulti orb helps. It was like a pretty indirect buff to Slark, because it just gave him more stats that he needed, but we've seen CCNC's Draina. I always count it out late game, and then it ends up having a Hyperstone, Scotty, random items, and they just win the game. But with this, yeah, you're right. They don't want to find this Aegis. Well, maybe they do. I don't know.
Hey, they're moving in. They're smoked up. They got the roar. I think they want to try to make it happen here. Don't want to blow too much. They're going to go for Brax. They're going to get rid of him. He had no Doom. Needs 10 seconds. Does get swapped back and saved by Jason, who will quickly go down for his efforts. There's the egg. Snags up CCNC. Yeah, so he's safe inside that shell. And he'll come back with full life here. Down one man, Shazam. We'll get some assistance from MSS, leading out the shotgun to slow down the rest of the chase. And it will allow Shazam to get into a good safe zone. So just a mild skirmish there. Does cost FDL a roar for the setup. And they're not able to take Brax down, so the Doom is still going to be available. And that'll be the end of it. No Aegis item.
Yeah, good save by Jason. That's why they pick him that hero. He initiates in the early game with the roaming, and then hope he gets big ults there, and he did.
Good save will keep him alive, and he'll be back already. I mean, such a low life. Tiny death timer. And when he comes back, we got a tome of knowledge waiting for him, so.
He is. He's happy with that. Level 11 now. Okay. The level 2 swap is here, is ready to go. Go for it.
Yeah, and he didn't have the Aether Lens, so he needed the extra range.
Yep.
His level 1 swap is very tiny here, so.
Ooh, is FDL gonna maybe just push that tier 2 top? Now, it looks like they were thinking about it, and then they see everyone moving up, they're like, never mind. That's not worth it. Oh, and he's going the Hurricane Pike on Drow Ranger.
Oh, you're right.
This is the second, maybe first. No, I think I've seen one of this. Is on a Drow, it's definitely the first time, but huh.
In theory, you'd think the item is great because you're like pushing back the enemy. You know, you don't want anyone in your face a Drow. Plus, I mean, if you get the benefit.
The only problem is you have to buy a Force Staff.
Yeah.
But it is a good item. It gives you your self survivability. You don't have to depend on your teammates with the Force Staff, but it's maybe kill. But I don't know what exactly he got it for. If he just got it to get it, I don't know. If he's like using it to counter something, I guess I'll find out myself. It's a peculiar item, that's for sure.
Yeah, it feels like, yeah, it's going to factor in the sense that she's going to be able to kind of push away from trouble and then get that ridiculous range. I don't know. I'm sure it's something that we'll see unfold here momentarily. At least I hope so.
Ooh, and TC was... I'm actually really surprised CCNC didn't just pop Dragon Form and stun him. Because he was stalking him. I guess the rest of his team wasn't quite there in time. They wouldn't have killed him. And he had the Aegis, so...
And it looks like scan. Both teams used their scan. I only saw the one for the dire side shop. Not going to be catching anything. For the rest of Shazam, they will smoke up though, and they're getting ready to go on the move. And they got some new material here that they're sporting. I mean, Mad looks like he's picked up a Hyperstone. He's got that Ags obviously complete. Shiva's on MSS. Looks like they're ready to play. And they only have so much time left on this Aegis that they want to put some use to it.
Yep, and they're gonna look in their jungle. This could be interesting. This isn't the worst fight for FDL right here if they do get like caught, and they might. Because look at Orange is still just chilling, a little far back. Jason's just
they are expecting this kind of rotation here with this positioning.
Did Yellow see it?
Pop? I don't know.
It just wore up. Okay, well, wasted smoke, and now CCNC will look around with his invis. He doesn't want to get scouted out by like a random sentry and he just dies, so he won't risk it. Oh.
Jump, roar comes out. MJW gets the setup. It's going to be for Mad. Just a simple little Enchantress takedown. It's good.
Yeah, it is a 400 gold kill, and they got the counter ward, so pretty decent. So Smoke Gang turns into one of them being dead, and look at that. Just one hero dies even, and they're just going to go push a tier 2. That's all they need, and they know no matter what, Slark does not have the Aegis anymore, because I'm hoping most pro teams write that down, but who knows?
Well, here they come. We'll see if there's going to be a way for Shazam to stop him here. They'll have Mad in about 30 seconds time. Everything else should be up and at the ready for him since TC muscles in trying to finish out his Scotty. We'll pick up an Arcane Rune to work with in this fight. We already mentioned all the benefits that Jason was able to get while he's finished out his level 11, but this is the window. 35 minutes. That's like the expiration time that people love to talk about for their Drow Ranger games, and
especially when she has a Hurricane Pike instead of like a Monkey King bar.
Yeah. Well, they'll take the tier 2 Grant. It leaves one more outer tower here in the bottom lane for Shazam, but outside of that, they need to find their way inside the Shazam base pretty soon.
Yeah, especially MSS building up a few more charges. You kill him, he just comes alive in 20 seconds. You kill him again, well, he buys back, and they can just... Shazam can throw bodies at FDL if they try to push base. Like, they're willing to commit a lot just to get TC even more farm. And he almost has a Scotty now. I think he actually does.
It seems
he
like
has to
what
buy
they're
it.
waiting for.
Yeah, he might be trying to get buyback instead
Plus
of getting
Brax
Scotty.
too. I don't know what they're waiting to get Brax here, but he's holding a big chunk of money. Is it Ags kind of a game, or?
It might be a... We see fucking Mad with the Hyperstone, but usually you just see that turn into a Moonshard. So it might be an AC on Brax. I don't know. It depends what Enchantress goes.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, typically that Moonshard glass cannon overthrow build up here.
If you do pick Enchantress and Overthrow, I actually just like you. I like you less than I like a lot of people.
That's Charlie Yang for you. So
no, he actually. Oh my god! And he's like, it was funny. I was like, nice and champion. He's like, I ran him, and then he got out of that game like he thought no one was watching, and he got another one. And he had Enchantress again. I didn't even call him out. I'm like, he knows. He knows. He's a terrible person. He's what a scrub. I actually just hate Enchantress. God, now you got me triggered.
I'm sorry, bro.
Don't ever bring up that again.
Shazam are moving as a 5 around this mid lane, but now they got this sweet DD rune. They figure the boxing gloves are on, and they're gonna see if they can get any sort of catch here for FDL. Pressure on MJW to keep those Hawks out and keep the vision on their side, while the rest of their team is beginning their track down this bottom lane. They're gonna have to get back to the mid here very soon. Shazam is here. They're getting ready to knock on the door. To see what TC with that Echo, Saber, and that DD rune.
Yeah, he can put in work on the tower, but now they're scared. They see the glyph, they're like, why would they glyph if not here? Like, maybe positioned around us. They back up, I think, pretty smartly.
Obviously, Shazam are going to be playing this one pretty disciplined.
Ooh, Scan actually sees fucking Mad for a second there.
Yeah, they'll see that they obviously headed up through those woods. I don't know what they can do with that information, though. No smoke unless they're holding one. They are. Stan King's got one. Well, I guess they're just trying to read the movement patterns here for Shazam, or maybe they're following their patterns so they know, like, oh, this is safe farm territory, and I guess they'll go all the way up and around and perhaps even push in from the north here. We'll have to see. I mean, I can't emphasize enough. It's on them, on FDL, to kind of, move this game forward.
Yeah. And FDL's they only smoked 2 of them right there? That was interesting. 2 of them in the Ice Ogre. And MJW, I mean, the Hawk is smoked as well. Are they going to go on this?
I think they are. There's the jump. They want TC. The Roar's going to be there, but a good swap save from Jason. Keeps him alive. The Doom moves in. It's already on the shape-shifted Dragon Knight, so he goes to work. He's going to get the finish. Mad in the meantime, he's going to be able to get the takedown of Stan King, and here we go. Breakout is they're going to get CC down, and Shazam, they're looking mighty fine. They just continue to hustle on forward right here. They're trying to go for Bisa. Bisa going to be forced to pop the BKB. Goes for the TP, can't make it out. Heavy damage coming in from Mad on the low ground with the help of the Impetus Strikes. Will be enough damage. And now Shazam can go on the offensive. They take down 3 from the side of FDL, and Drow is going to be forced to buy back here and now if they want to have any sort of say in this Roche.
Yep. And that was actually a sick play Drow. Hurricane Pike to kill MSS, but when your only kills MSS, who just instantly buys back, you know you're in a bit of trouble. And yes, Shazam. Man, this was the most interesting back and forth game we've seen. Shazam, I mean, it's not over yet, but Shazam takes an early game lead, and then FDL wins like 2 mid-game team fights, and now Shazam's just stomping them in fights right now. They have a bunch of items.
Yeah, with the way that this game is kind of panned out, it almost felt like it was just Shazam with being caught out of position a couple of times, maybe a few misplays that allowed FDL to get these kind of openings here, but now Shazam have kind of shaken off that and are using the power of their draft and power of this farm TC Slark now. Hell, even Matt is starting to hit pretty hard. He's got that moon shard complete.
Yeah, that's the only reason they killed the TPing Drow there, because thank you, pure damage. Sweet pure damage.
And with that, Shazam are now going to be the one that
Look
takes
at MJW
here,
though.
But, yeah, you're right. MJW pushing into the high ground will force out the MSS TP back. So fun little side plays here coming out from FDL, showing that they do have some, life in them.
I mean, the problem is FDL has to be grouped up to be useful. Like, when you have the Ags on Phoenix, like, what does it do if you're not with somebody else? They just have to roam as 5 and hope they win a fight. That's about it.
Dive in from Franz. Brax is just going to simply pop his Shadow Blade and hustle the hell out of there. He invested that lump of money into a BKB, so he's got 10 seconds of BKB to work with in any future fight. Huge boost for him. He's been doing a really nice job. That last fight, he's been focusing a lot onto the CC, getting that Doom out there, preventing any sort of
Octarine
lockdown. And as you mentioned, MSS now has his Octarine complete. He is seriously decked out on this Timber Saw. He's the highest net worth in the game. 11 charges, but Shiva's, and as you mentioned, the Octarine now.
Yeah, he always finds a way to farm on. I mean, of course, Timber Saw flash farms quickly, but he has 3 deaths. But he's been moving around so slyly.
So at this point, he farms anything in front of him.
Exactly.
One swift skill.
How does FDL stop this? That's the biggest thing. They have so much armor on all of them. Brax, I wish they had an AC, but I mean, if they had an AC, they would definitely just win this game. But with a little less armor, we'll see what DK's been doomed all the last 3 fights. Even when he gets Dragon formed off, he's just doomed. Doesn't do anything.
Yep. They have good team fight ultis. You got the egg, you got the death ward here, but it's more on Shazam being caught in an awkward position where they can't stop those ultis. I mean, they have the firepower to do so, but if they maybe try to intrude into the FDL base in a bit of an awkward position, maybe a certain coconut may fly out, catch them off guard. BKBs weren't popped. Who knows?
And MSS has to go back top this one board, just turn the tide of the creep wave, and MSS is forced to stop the push to go defend top.
That's good. More delays.
Yeah, exactly. So what does Drow get now? I don't even know where the Drow goes with this build.
Yeah, this is when you're kind of getting into that awkward late game territory if you're Drow, and you don't know.
You're Drow with the Hurricane Pike, yeah.
A Rapier, I guess. Like, you gotta find some way to kind of be still a strong hitter, because her power just is maybe on par with Slark, and Slark just does so much more outside of that.
Yeah, it's funny how the Rapier is actually not the worst call. Like, we've seen. I mean, Biza was the last one standing there in the last fight. Like, they don't. I mean, maybe if she had a Divine, they'd be aiming her, but it might be right. That would actually be funny. Still
has a way to go, though, if there was any sort of dream of the Vi Rapier or not. But look at just Mad easily sieging that tier 3 from the low ground, going to be taken apart. And Rax is now exposed. TC, man, that Sunray ain't no joke. Got to be careful. Gets brought down to about a third of his life and will be forced to pounce back and away here. And with Rax's exposed, FDL finding that this game number 2 is not going as well as they had hoped and are at risk of taking this to a game 3 stretch.
Yeah, and Cheese on TC, he can take a lot of punishment here. He has tons of HP. The Cheese fully good for him.
There's the jump in from MSS. Looking to make a go for CC, who's going to pop his BKB in his Dragon form. Brax going to get saved from Jason, so they can reserve that Doom. Meanwhile, the Warriors going to go out for TC, but that means the damage isn't going to quite be there. Now the chase happening outside the base. Doom again onto the Dragon Knight while he's in Dragon form. Hustles back into the base, now comes right back out. And there goes the Sunray. Not going to matter, though. MSS jumps in, slashes him down, and looking for more. Hustles for Stan King. Stan King, though, going to be able to get off the TP. Goes for his next target. And MJW, he'll also TP back it away, but it's TC who finds the chase, finds the Mighty Bisa, and will be taking down the Drow Ranger. Grant, she is out. No buyback. Nearly 100 seconds. I think we're going to a game 3.
Yep, that was, like we said, Slark just shuts down all the heroes on Dire side. Oh, there we go. Franz will save his buddy. Who knows how long. Yeah, this is looking like game 3.
Oh,
Here we
the
go.
racks instead. Okay, there's the cheese. Yep, eats up the Gouda, and he'll be good. Runs right back out. Even MSS, long timber chain, back to safety. Oh, boom! Don't even go up that hill. MJW just gets easily slashed down from TC, and now he's out for over a minute, no buyback. TC will finish the job they had started in this bottom lane.
Yeah, I mean, you see a Sunray does so much damage. The problem is, TC just jumps in on the guy's Sunraying, and he dies in 4 hits. They just can't do anything to him. And he has an Abyssal now. Well, he's flying it out, but... Alright, so if you had to say, what should FDL do here?
Well, yeah, no Roche being up.
And you...
Do they have a smoke?
I thought you were going to say top left or something. They had the old NEL answer.
No, I'm sorry.
They had to exit the game, yeah. Alright.
I mean, Alt F4. Yeah, that's a pretty good option.
And, oh man, effing man. Gonna get some boots of travel instead. And surprisingly, FDL sticks through it. I mean, I'm surprised they are, since they... Well, I guess both teams have a European player. What time is it there? Probably like 5 a.m. for them.
Yeah, probably.
Poor B's that mad.
He's a gamer. They're gamers.
He's a gamer, yeah.
He would have been up this late anyways.
Exactly. Oh, Franz?
Franz, boom, magic missile to the frickin' beak.
Uh-oh.
But he's gone.
Oh, no. He is indeed gone.
Doesn't matter though, it feels like just little teasings and tickles until Shazam really get in there.
Yep, I like the net worth chart. Like, the 4 through 1s of each team are so far up there, and then the 5 on each team is just like, no, we're a little lower, 10,000 lower.
Yeah. We're getting wards, that's all that matters for us right now. No dreams of an Agnum's Witch Doctor here, or an Agnum's Vengeful Spirit, unfortunately. They got their basics and they'll just live with it. I mean, props to Jason. He's there with the swap when necessary, multiple times.
Yep, save Brax, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually saw Jason did get an Ags. I think it was 2 days ago. Got the Ags on Venge. I think he used swap once, and then the game ended, because, I mean, if the 5-position Venge has an Ags, the game's probably over.
Yeah, so you didn't even get to see the die and then the new...
Nah, wasn't sick.
Yeah. Well, that's unfortunate. We're not going to see it at all in this one. Here comes Shazam now. We'll have to see. This is the final hurrah for FDL. They don't really have any buybacks available to them, except for Bisa. He's the only one who will have a buyback. For everyone else, though, we'll see. Take a knee and take a pray. And hope that they can hold up here. Shazam continue to charge on in. Maybe another Doom on the DK. Maybe if they can get it before the Dragon Form. Well, TC. Dark packs off the silence. Leaps away.
Here we go. Sunray's on cooldown. They know it is for a little bit. They want to go in this wave, and they do.
Sand King could be in trouble. There's the force back. Tries to go for the Death Ward, but it's quickly taken down. There goes the Doom again, but he's got the Dragon Form. Going to get gulped up and saved. Roar's there, but it's only to delay them from going for the egg. But he's got a second one now with that refresher. And there it goes on the TC, but there's the swap from Jason. Keeps TC back alive and oh so good. And that allows the sweep in from Shazam. They're going to get the clear up, taking down CC. But look at the turn back fire from the Drow. Gets the finish on the Brax. And Shazam are going to have to reposition. TC goes back in. Looks to get CC on his dieback. And, well, they got the Abyssal follow-up, and it looks like they will get it. DK goes down. 90 seconds. No buyback here. And FDL on their last legs. MSS just chops down the Phoenix and will get himself a triple kill. These racks are going down, and, well, the flag is raised. It's going to be a 1-1 split. We're going to game 3.
Wow, Jason just played. He played Vengeful perfect this game. It was the same support duo, right? Yeah, Venge and Enchantress. It just felt so much more. I guess we've been using the word cohesive. That's exactly what it felt like. They got the ganks early with smokes. Jason just played perfectly. Every time he swapped, he saved somebody. It wasn't ever a pointless swap.
Yeah.
And that was just a great game. FDL looked so... When was that? The 20 to 25 minute mark, right when they hit their timing. Yep. The problem is, I guess they were down like we saw, and their timing was good, but it was a little too much, a little too late when the Slark and Timber saw the top 2 net worths.
Yeah, they were just online and really stopped the whole Drow momentum. And once there was no more oomph coming out from FDL, it was when Drow was in a bit of an awkward spot, and they were the ones stuck defending their high ground. And with their lineup, that was something they were not banking on this game at all. So with that, we'll see what kind of game plan that both these teams are going to put together for the for the third and most important and critical matchup for them. Game 3, Shazam versus FDL. Winner faces off against DC in the grand final. We'll be back to cast that one. I'm KotLGuy. That's Grant. We'll see you soon.